Hi, my name is Arun, also known as Limitless. I'm a writer, a craftsman, and recently I came up with this idea of optimizing my productivity in both of these fields by vlogging my journey daily on this YouTube channel. And I thought, why not do this daily vlogging challenge for 3 months? So, this 3 months hustle challenge from 20th of August to ahead. Let's see what happens until 20th of November. Looking forward to this challenge. I hope you join me. Let's go ahead and start day 4. Waking up early this morning was really tough, but I'm glad I woke up at the very first alarm. It was really good to do that. It was satisfying, but the morning was very groggy for me after that as well. I wasn't able to make tea for myself. Mom made it for me. And then after that, today I'm late for writing session, but let's see what happens. I mean, we have our coffee here, which is not properly made. The latte is overfrothed. Anyways, let's start with the writing journey and let's see what's gonna happen now in this very less time. Okay, so there's a YouTube channel by the name of Abby Emmons. I really like her 2-hour immersive writing session, so I have downloaded this video from there. With this Pomodoro technique video session, I keep writing alongside with her, and it's really uplifting. I would highly recommend, if you're a writer, go check out her channel. It's really good. Okay, so this is a point where our male protagonist Rudra has broken his promise that he made to the female protagonist, with whom he is little bit infatuated at this point, and he can't even meet her eyes. So this is the point which is beginning to brew that small potion known as love. The feelings are going in all directions, so yeah, things are getting crazy, and this is going to be a little bit thick book because I want to go into the details, nooks and crannies. So please stay with me on this book when you read this. Okay, so now I'm wondering, since I'm not doing something very prominent today and there's no special content for today's video, so why not share a small story from my last adventure on my motorcycle when I was coming from Kashmir to Jammu, and in the area of Ramban I was hit by a flash flood and something bad happened to my Larla, my motorcycle. So let's talk about that story a little bit for today. Okay guys, so today I'm going to share a story of my last adventure when I was coming from Kashmir to Jammu and I came across a flash flood in Ram. Now, first thing first, I would like to say, whenever you are leaving for a long journey on motorcycle, make one thing for sure, that you constantly keep checking the weather, how the weather is in the place. And talking about this flash flood, you never know when such kind of disaster hits the road. It's better and it's safer to stop and wait for the storms to pass away, because it's not good. That's the main purpose of sharing this story. Now, anyway, let's get into it. The very first regret is that I didn't film it with a GoPro. I stopped filming all the things. I was very demotivated about this vlogging thing at that time. Anyways, now I'm back, but that was the story of that time. I have few footages which I'm going to share at certain points in this story. So what actually happened was, I was reaching Ramban. I have crossed Panthal area, and at that point rain started pouring so heavily, as if rain gods were crazily fighting each other. I just can't describe it in words. It was so hardly raining that each and every puddle was full. The rain was splashing hard on helmet and I wasn't able to see properly. My clothes were soaked, even I was wearing a rainproof suit above as well. Some of my baggage also got wet, even it was covered with a rain cover. That kind of heavy intense rainfall was happening at that time. And then when I reached Raman, I stopped for a while for tea, and a person told me there that I should take the inner city route because the upper route will be filled with landslides. And I took that advice. Thankfully I took that advice because the upper route was closed the very instant I left for the Ramban route. And when I went from the city route, firstly it was filled with lot of water. A lot of water has come from up the mountains and it was coming down, and it was just the beginning. There were so many vehicles trapped on that road, and for us motorcyclists it was easy, but it wasn't that much easy to get out of that traffic, those congested areas. And believe me guys, it was just at the edge of the cliff, and you could see, I don't remember which river it is, it could be probably Chenab river flowing just by this side, and I was scared to death for a moment. Then I just pumped myself up and said it's okay, this is a sort of adventure. And anyways, I kept moving and moving, and later, after crossing two suspension bridges, I came across this location in Ramban area where the place was filled with water. The flash flood which has came down, it has clogged that area and it was completely flooded. Now the thing was that guys, my Larla is a classic 350. It's not some sort of adventure motorcycle, let's just face it. It's not some kind of X-Pulse or Himalayan. Those bikes have their air filter a little bit elevated and completely compactly packed where water cannot reach. Now I was standing there thinking that there's no possible way I can cross this waterlogged area. But then I saw some people coming from the other side on their BMWs, adventure BMW motorcycles, or X-Pulse or Himalayan or Enfield Scram 440 or whatever it is, 411. And I was like, wait, these are motorcycles. They are just crossing through this waterlogged area, and if they can do it, why not I? And for a moment I thought about it. I waited for a while, and then after that a Maruti Suzuki Alto came and it also crossed through that waterlogged area. Then I was like, well, if this car has also passed, probably I should also pass. And where the moment I entered that waterlogged area, shit hit the fan. Believe me guys, what actually happened was that suddenly my engine choked. And I'm not saying it in a metaphorical sense, it literally choked. I heard the sound like that kind of sound, and I was like, shit, something went wrong. But that now I'm feeling in a retrospective manner that I felt shit, something went wrong. At that moment I went into a complete panic mode. I hit the self time and again, and because of that more water entered through my air filter. And by that time I was not understanding, but after that I thought, okay, maybe I should relax a bit. I pushed that motorcycle holding the clutch in the very first gear. I wasn't even able to understand what I'm doing right now with my own legs. The water level was up to thigh level, so you can understand what amount of water was clogged in that region. So I just went through that, and while by the point I was reaching the other side, some people came near me and told me, you shouldn't have done this, it's stupidity, all of the people are doing it, all those things. And I realized that it was stupidity. Anyways, we brought motorcycle outside, waited for a while, and then I kick started it. It started. At that point I didn't thought of noticing it or doing anything, it made very strange noises, like the engine was yelling. Engine was making some real bad cranky noises, and the exhaust was yelling so loudly and so strangely that it felt like some dark demons are inside my motorcycle. I thought, okay, maybe the water will come out eventually, but as a rookie I am, mechanically when it comes to motorcycle, I don't know shit about engine inside, what happens and what should not go inside it. I rode that motorcycle completely from Raman area to Jammu. And then I reached home, and I thought it's still not sounding good. It's still sounding that cranky voice. And then I know a few experts in motorcycle section and a friend of mine, Aaron J3, and an expert from motorcycle fraternity, Parakram Hazarika, and I sent them that clip of waterlogged area, and they gave me the same message: bro, just take it to service center. Just simply early in the morning go to service center. And believe me guys, when I reached there, out of guilt I told them that I have just ridden it 15 kilometers, but I know the truth, how much I have tortured that motorcycle on road. When they opened it, there was completely some kind of chocolate fluid flowing through it, a mixture of engine oil along with some water. And when all that shit came out, it was like diarrhea happened to my engine. And they told me, had it rode a little bit more, it could have been seized, the engine could have been seized. And at that moment I realized that having a motorcycle and going madly on an adventure is not what someone should do. We should have complete planning for all the troubleshooting, for all the times when shit hit the fan, and the decisions we should make should not be based on some impulsive bravado. We should be focused and think strategically during our adventures. This is something that I would like to share with all the motorcyclists out there who think that just going into an adventure in that hero mode is something. Please guys, think strategically when you're going on an adventure, because this time I was lucky. Thanks to Sohan Infield, you can see the complete service that happened to my motorcycle on his vlogs. I'll be linking his channel at the end of this video. And to Extreme Motors for servicing it in the most budget friendly manner, as they did the engine wash with engine oil multiple times. But had there had been a lot of issues, then they might have they have to open the engine, because then the shit had hit the crank point and then you just can't go back. So now Lala is working fine, Lala is doing good, but they have said me to do the next service very early. So the lesson from this story, as I said you guys, that whenever you go into adventure, just stay strategic, don't stay on bravado mode, because bravado mode might help you to go through certain phases, but at certain points where mind is required, where strategy is required, if you don't work and operate properly, then shit will hit the fan and you have to pay an expense, and sometimes with your life as well. So stay vigilant for those things in any kind of adventure, guys. So this was video for today. Now it's time to go for a run. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video tomorrow. Till then, have fun, hustle hard, and in order to stay driven, stay tuned. Peace.
Okay, update for today's workout. Man, I must tell you, it's almost every day. Before I go out for workout, is that inertia that is stopping me. Just do one thing, go out, get at it, and eventually you'll feel much better. A body that stays in rest remains in rest, and that body that starts moving gets the momentum. Stay hard.